The Botanical Society of Britain and Ireland has found that more than half of Irish native plants are on the decline. How will this legislation work towards conservation? There has been criticism of previous planning bills, the failure to define sustainable development and ingrain conservation in that. Will this bill present a change in that regard?
So I think, in the opening statement, we were kind of setting out all the things that planning has to do, and we did mention biodiversity as one of the key considerations. So the way we see, and this is again just trying to reinforce that plan-led concept, again, I think one of the questions is, well, why would you, what would national planning statements do? Well, certainly, in an ideal world where we had the capacity to address biodiversity and greening and all of that, we would use the national planning statement process to give effect to those sort of considerations in the system. We are at present negotiating a nature restoration law in the European context, and that may well have some bearing on how we approach and proceed with this. But the way for it to come into the system is through either the national planning framework as reviewed, as revised, or an appropriately, sectorally targeted national planning statement that would cascade then into the development plan system. And within the development plan itself, the move towards those kind of clear strategies is really important. So we would have a strategy for sustainable, actually it's the environment one, I think. Yeah.
Natural and built heritage one.
Yeah, so the strategy that would address natural and built heritage in the development plan would be the way that would come into each local authority's development plan to inform then development proposals.
Okay.